Okay, I'm going to go through all the steps so you can see what is involved. So this is the website and the list of surplus records. I haven't chosen any ahead of time to see what's up, so you're going to see exactly what happens. And you can sort any column that you want, but let's say you wanted to go for the highest first. You can just sort it by that. Um, I'm just going to choose one here, Lee County, and I'm going to click the research sheet, and then I would click print this surplus record, print to PDF, and I just make sure the correct printer is chosen, which is the PDF printer, and save. And you can save it just like it is, but I'm going to clear out everything except for the record ID. Just a personal preference. And then here it is. So I'm going to double click and open that. And normally, if I were doing this, I would actually print this physically so that I could just write right onto the research sheet itself. But for the video purposes, I'm putting it up on screen. So the next thing I want to do is click on the county page icon. Since we're in, this is a Lee County record, this does link directly to the Lee County page with all of the links that you're going to need and information you're going to need while filling out your research sheet. So the first thing is the property, we want to check if it redeemed after the auction. Let's see, well, this was today, but we're going to see if it did redeem. So what I want to do is copy the tax deed number, and I'm going to choose the tax deed documents icon. And in the case number, I'll paste that tax deed number. And I can see the status sold. So it did not, if it redeemed, it would say redeemed right here. So it did not redeem. So that's fine. And then I want to make sure there are no claims yet, which since the auction was today, obviously there are no claims. But just to show you, I'm going to click into that and go to the Documents tab. And right up towards the top, you would see if there was a claim or not, which there is not. So that's fine. Then you want to download the property information report. And if we come back here to the Lee County page on our website, right here, there's a video showing you where to locate all the documents and how to download them. But I'm just going to go straight to it to show you. On the documents page, if there were multiple pages, usually it's on the last one, but since there's only one, it would be on here. And you're looking for the document that has PIR in the name, which stands for Property Information Report. I'm going to click on View. And then I'm going to click on the download icon. And I'm just going to name it. We can drag this down. I'm going to name it this, and then an underline PIR. The next step is I want to see if it's an owner type of someone I would pursue. So I'm going to open that property information report. And right here in the owner information, I can see it's Donna Marie Gonzalez, and her mailing address is in Florida. So yes, this is one I would pursue. Examples of ones I would not pursue is if the owner was deceased, or if they lived outside of the United States, or if it was a large business or a bank. I wouldn't pursue those. But yes, I would do this one. So I'm going to continue on. So now I want to find out if there are any possible liens on this property that, against the owner that could take the surplus. So on the property information report, I'm going to scroll down. And again, we do have a property information report guide. Let me go back to the county page here. Make note of the possible liens. If you click on this icon, it will open up our property information report research guide that shows you how and where to locate documents that are mentioned on the property report that might be liens. So back to the property information report for Lee. I'm going to scroll down. Any mortgage holders? No. Okay. Here are 2 liens. There's a final judgment owed to TD Bank and a lien owed to the city of Fort Myers. So I would make note of both of these numbers and write them down here. And once I have them written down, I'm going to go to the official records website to look up those liens to see how much they are. And also keep in mind how much the surplus is, which in this case, it's about $15,000. So when I'm looking up the liens, I'll know if it's worth pursuing or not. Now, after the lien holder deadline has passed, 120 days after the auction, you might want to check back, because just because there's a lien on the property or the person, it doesn't mean that lien holder put in a claim. And after the 120 days, they cannot put in a claim anymore. And if they didn't, then all of the surplus is owed to the owner. Okay. And just to show you, I did put the instrument numbers here, the lien type, and to who it's owed. So back on the Lee County page, I'm going to click on the official records website. And these are both instrument numbers, which you would use the clerk file number to search for. If they were book and page numbers, we would use this icon, but they are instrument numbers. We're going to click on that. Okay, so I'm going to put the number in to the clerk file box, click I am not a robot, and submit. And it would be the first record if it found it. Even if it doesn't find it, it would show you the other results that are below. So I just do a quick check to make sure, it says Donna Gonzalez, and the clerk file number is correct to what I just pasted in. So I know this is the one. And then I click into it, so it'll open up the actual lien document. And since this is a judgment, one other thing to know is that, well, first of all, we want to open up the Lien-Research guide. This will teach you a lot about what you're looking for inside of the lien documents. But since this is a judgment, what you should know is that they expire after 10 years and cannot collect the surplus. So the very first thing I do is I check the date that the lien was recorded, because I want to make sure it's still good, and it is. It was recorded in 2025, so this is still able to collect the surplus. So now I'm going to look for the amount, and I see $931 plus some interest for $185, so about $1,200. Now I'm just going to put that in the amount. And then I'm going to look up the next one, and I don't have to go back. I can just put that number in here and click go. Now this is a lien. This one document shows liens for a lot of different people. So I need to find the one that is for her or that property. When if you see here, there's, what is it, 7 pages. So it's not too bad to look through, and I'm just going to look at the owner names and the property addresses until I find the correct one. And I'm just going to pause this video real quick while I look for it. Okay, so this was a good one, because it shows the owner's name is Nestor Mark, but I found the correct address, and this just means Mark Nestor was likely a previous owner. Okay, so in the intersection, I put her name and both addresses, the property address and her mailing address, and that just gives us 2 good starting points doing the skip tracing. And now you would start the owner research, and we have a skip trace guide. We have 2 sample letters that gives you some wording that you could use, and we have the routes you could take along with the forms, the client forms you would need. You can download those, as well as some examples filled out, and then the surplus claim form. You would get the document signed and notarized and mailed to Lee County Clerk of Court. And that is how you fill out a research sheet.